In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a feedback form in Shopify. Unfortunately, since Shopify doesn't support this functionality by default, what we need to do is use a third-party platform. Don't worry though, it's completely free and also very easy to set up. So the first thing I want you to do is to click the first link in the description of this video, which will take you to the Clasper platform. Once you click to the link, this is the page they're going to see. From here, I want you to click on Start for Free, which will automatically take you to the sign up page of the Clasper platform. And all you have to do here is decide how you want to sign up for the platform. I would personally recommend you to sign up using your Shopify account because that'll make the integration between the two platforms significantly easier. So go ahead and click on Sign up with Shopify. And once you do that, you'll be taken to the Shopify login page. Simply log into your Shopify account and then you'll be asked to install the Clasper plugin on your Shopify website. All you have to do here is click on install in the bottom right corner of the screen, give it a couple of seconds, and then you'll automatically be taken back to the back end of your Clasper dashboard. This is what it looks like. And before I show you how to set everything up, if you take a look on the left hand side of the screen right here, right above my camera, you will see that by default, you will be assigned to the free plan. If you go ahead and click on that, I want to quickly run you through the usage limitations of the free plan, just so you can get an idea of what it has to offer, or if you need to choose a different plan. So if you take a look at the screen right here, you can see some of the usage and limitations that the free plan comes with. So for example, you can get up to 3,000 monthly page views on your widgets on Shopify. You can, however, get as many widgets as you want. Do keep in mind that with the free plan, you also get the Powered by Clasper badge. So if you want your feedback form to be 100% ad free, or if you plan to get more than 3,000 monthly page views on your Shopify website, then go ahead and click on Upgrade Plan right here, which will take you to Clasper's plans page. This is what Clasper's plans page looks like, and here you can find all the different plans that the platform has to offer. So right here we have the Pro 50 plan, which allows us to get up to 50,000 monthly page views on your widgets on Shopify. As part of the plan, you can access all the features and functionalities of the Clasper platform. You don't get the Powered by Clasper badge. You can create as many widgets as you want, and then you also get priority support as well. And if you use this slide and you go to the right, you can access all the bigger plans that the platform has. So yeah, browse for the different plans, choose the one that works best for you, and if you'd like to save some money, I definitely recommend you subscribe to the plan that you want on an annual basis, as that will save you 25% of the total cost of the plan. So for example, the Pro 250 plan right here will go down from $99 per month to $69 per month, and if you'd like to save an additional 20%, you can also use my discount code at checkout, which you can find in the description of this video. If I go ahead and insert it right here, you can see that this plan will go from $69 per month down to $55 per month. Now that you know a little bit more about the different plans that the Clasper platform has to offer, let me show you how to create the exact type of feedback form that you want and how to integrate it with your Shopify website. So the first thing I want you to do is to click on new widget right here on the top of the page, and then you will see this pop up. All you have to do here is decide whether you want to start completely from scratch or if you want to choose and customize an existing template. I'll personally recommend it to go for an existing template because all templates are fully customizable anyway, so that's going to save you a whole lot of time and effort in the process. That's why I'm going to be taking this route today. So go ahead and click on template library, and then you automatically be taken to this page, which is where you can see all the different templates that the Clasper platform has to offer. Now, the first thing that we want to do here is narrow down the options so we only see the templates that are relevant to us. In our particular case, that will be feedback forms. So what I want to do is go to the left hand side of the screen right here, and then underneath use cases, make sure to check the collect feedback option. Once you do that, on the right hand side here, the templates will automatically update, and as you can see, we already have a bunch of different templates that we can go with. In my particular case, that's going to be the only option I'm going to check right here, but by all means, if you want to go ahead and explore all the other options below and check the ones that are relevant to you, and then simply browse through the template, choose the one that you like the most. Like I said previously, they're all fully customizable, so don't worry too much about their initial design. In my case, I'm going to go for this one right here. As you can see, this is what my form looks like by default before making any changes to it. So here we have the feedback page, then we have the details page, the success message, and the error message as well. Once you're happy with the template that you've chosen, go ahead and click on use this template in the top right corner of the screen, which will automatically take you to the Clasper template editor. And this is what the editor looks like. Now, in my particular case, I'm not going to make too many changes to my template because I'm only recording a tutorial video, so it doesn't really matter for me. I just want to quickly show you what's possible, and then I'll let you customize yours to your specific requirements. So, for example, if you don't want to have a particular element in the final version of your feedback form, simply go ahead and click on it to highlight it, and then press the backspace button on your keyboard, and just like that, the component has been deleted. If you want to customize a particular element, for example, I want to make this text a little bit bigger, click on it to highlight it, and then on the right hand side here, you will see the editor for that particular element. Now, in my particular case, I want to increase the font size, so what I want to do here is click on the plus icon, and as you can see, the changes on the left hand side here automatically reflect based on what I do in the editor here on the right hand side. Now, besides customizing and deleting existing elements from your template, you can also add additional components to it as well. To do that, go to the left hand side of the screen right here, which is where you can find find all the different components that you can add to your particular feedback form. So for example, let's just suppose that I want to capture the first name of the person who is submitting the form right here. So what I want to do is go to the field section and then simply find the first name option, and then just drag it and place it anywhere they want within the template. In my particular case, I want to have it right here on the top. As you can see, when I drop it, the first name field automatically gets inserted right here. On the right hand side here, I'm given the option to customize it to my liking. In my case though, I'm not going to change anything, so I'm going to leave it at that. And that's pretty much all the changes that I'm going to make to my particular feedback form template. But as you can see, it's all very straightforward and super easy to do. Once you're done with customizing yours and you're ready to move forward, go ahead and click on save in the top right corner of the screen right here. You will then be taken to the triggering page, which is where we get to decide when and how a feedback form is going to be shown on a Shopify website. So this right here, for example, is the display frequency settings. Then you have the when to display settings, when to stop displaying, and a bunch of other options that we can customize as well. In my particular case here, in terms of display frequency, I'm going to select do not limit, and in terms of when to display, I'm going to choose immediately. You can, however, customize this to your specific requirements, so feel free to explore these options here and really customize the triggering settings to what you're looking for. Once you're ready to move forward, go ahead and click on next in the top right corner of the screen. And if you want to integrate your feedback form with any other platforms such as Google Analytics, then this is the place to do that. In my case, that's not relevant, so I'm going to go ahead and skip this part as well and click on done once more. And just like that, we are pretty much ready to go. The last thing you want to do here is change the status of your widget from unpublished to published, and then click on save in the top right corner of the screen. Then go ahead and click on how to enable, and then click on open Shopify. And as soon as your Shopify store loads, you should be able to see your feedback form appear based on the triggering settings that you've selected. In my particular case, it needs to show immediately, and as you can see here, it is. It looks super nice and clean, and it's also fully interactive. And that's about it. That's how to add a feedback form in Shopify. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to help you out.